what's giving you joy this month?
Well, at the moment, I'm reading piles of books on this desk at all times. I'm reading this book, which is There Are Rivers in the Sky by Elif Shafak. I'm not sure where it's going, really, or what it's doing, but it's just so beautifully written. It's just relaxing to read. And it's about 4 characters at different periods in history, and they're linked by this drop of water. So it's like a raindrop that falls on the head of a Sumerian ruler. And then it's a tear that comes out of another character in Victorian times, and so on. So it's got that kind of link, but also they're all somehow connected to the Epic of Gilgamesh. So you have this Sumerian ruler who's trying to get all the different versions together to create the definitive text. But it's just beautifully written, and it's got some interesting kind of little throwaway lines that make you think, oh, that's really good. That's a really good observation. That's a really good motto for life. Yeah.
And is that one of the books that you said earlier that you might not have come across it had you not worked in a bookshop? Is that an example of one of those?
Yeah, that's one I kept looking at on the shelf and reading bits, and oh, damn it, I'm going to have to read it. So, yeah.
What else is giving you joy this month, Gareth?
My granddaughter. So she was born in December, so she's still very small, but very wriggly, very smiley, and very giggly. And it was, always lovely to see her. So.
I'm going to run through the things that are bringing me joy at the moment. I'm going to start with Sutej Singh, who has a new single out, which is called Kadambari, and features Nadini Srikar on vocals. It's an epic guitar track. Singh is this incredible virtuoso guitarist, but he's not someone who just plays a million notes per second. He knows when to leave space, and his solos, like those of my favorite guitarists like David Gilmour, Mark Knopfler, they have their own narrative. They've got a beginning, a middle, and an end. And here's a lesson for you writers out there. Sutej always wears a long coat and a turban. Add the guitar, and when he's in silhouette, you always know it's him. So have a think about how your characters might look in silhouette, how they can be more iconic. If you think of characters like Batman, Darth Vader, Sherlock Holmes, once you see their silhouette, you always know who they are. Other things that bring me joy, Mythic Quest on Apple TV.
Everything's Dana.
Brady Bunch reference?
Yes.
We talked about workplace shows earlier with Star Trek. This is a workplace comedy. It's about the makers of an online role-playing game called Mythic Quest. You don't need to know anything about gaming. It's warm-hearted, very, very funny. You got Rob McElhenney in the cast. He's co-creator. But I think the show's secret weapon is Megan Gans. She's a co-creator, but she's also written for Community, Modern Family, Last Man on Earth. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She's a brilliant, brilliant writer. And there's a recent episode where they did a murder mystery retreat. It was just perfect. In terms of books, I'm loving Barry Sonnenfeld's book, Best Possible Place, Worst Possible Time, True Stories from a Career in Hollywood. Barry has directed many of my favourite films, the first 2 Addams Family movies, Men in Black, Get Shorty. He did the TV version of A Series of Unfortunate Events. He was also cinematographer working with the Coen brothers on films like Blood Simple, Miller's Crossing. He also did When Harry Met Sally. He talks about how they did that multiple phone shot in When Harry Met Sally. It took 67 takes. He's now at the stage in the career where he talks very, very frankly about some of the people he's worked with. And I first heard him about this book when he was interviewed on the Film Stories podcast, and that's what this is, a brilliant collection of film stories. And finally, I had the great privilege of reading an advanced copy of Flint in the Bones, which is a new novel by Eva St. John. Flint in the Bones is it's a brilliant blend of crime and history, the past, the present. It's all brilliant thrills. There's a loyal dog. Now, if you've read Eva St. John's Quantum Curators series, you're going to be familiar. She has these page-turning stories that blend history. If you haven't, you're in for such a treat. Now, she's she's launching a Kickstarter soon, and you can sort of you can sign up for it, so you can find out when it's going to launch. It's launching very, very soon. I'm going to put a link in the comments here so you can have a look at it. I'm definitely going to do it. One of the things he's offering as well is to have a character named after you, and I did that with The End of Magic, and it was really, really popular. So do check that out.